Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. It's okay. Our quorum is met. Yeah, okay. Let me start by thanking once again Turkey and Colombia for taking up the chairmanship on my behalf during the examination of the important items of yesterday. Let me first inform you that the Bureau met this morning for the last time and discussed several issues. Despite our hard work of yesterday evening, we are still very much behind schedule and have a total of 12 elements to examine if we follow our original agenda. As you know, if we do not examine certain crucial items today, the committee will not be able to function next year. The timetable has been revised in this regard and distributed to all committee members. At this point, we are obliged to examine the following agenda items. 18, establishment of the evaluation body for the 2018 cycle. 19, date and venue of the 13th session of the committee. 20, election of the members of the Bureau of the 13th session of the committee. 17, accreditation of new non-governmental organizations and the review of accredited non-governmental organizations. 5A, report by the committee to the General Assembly on its activities, January 2016 to December 2017. 22, adoption of the list of decisions. If we run out of time, the remaining items 13, 12, 15, 16, and 21 will unfortunately not be examined at this session. Mr. Tim Curtis, could you please kindly explain how we will proceed today?
Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. As mentioned, if everything goes as planned, we will finish the morning session with items 18, 19, 20 up to item 17, the accreditation of new NGOs and review of accredited non-governmental organizations. Then, of course, will be the lunch break, during which the Secretariat will prepare the revised version of the report of the committee to the General Assembly on its activities, which is the item 5A, as well as the list of all decisions adopted until that point, item 22. The committee members will find a printed copy of these documents upon their return in the room at 2 p.m. and have half an hour to read them. I would then propose that we start the afternoon session at 2:30 p.m. to adopt 5A, report by the committee to the General Assembly on its activities, covering this period January 2016 to December 2017, and the adoption of the list of decisions. We may also ask the committee to allow the rapporteur of the 12th session of the committee to validate any remaining decisions that may be taken after that. After that, and before the closing the 12th session of the committee, we will try to examine the last remaining items in the following order. 13, report of the informal ad hoc working group. 12, procedures to facilitate dialogue between the evaluation body and the submitting states. 15, intangible cultural heritage in emergencies. 16, follow-up to the recommendations of the external auditor's report on the governance of UNESCO and dependent funds, programs, and entities. And 21, other business. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. We now understand the very long road ahead of us today. Let us promptly move on to item 18, establishment of the evaluation body for the 2018 cycle. We will move on now to item 18, establishment of the evaluation body for the 2018 cycle. Mr. Secretary, Madam Secretary, the floor is yours to present this item to us.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Le comité invité a fait 3 choses. Adopter les termes de référence de l'organe d'évaluation que vous pouvez trouver à l'annexe 1 du document 18. Vous êtes également invité à nommer 2 ONG en experts. Cette fois-ci, un siège pour l'ONG est vacant pour le groupe électoral 3. La situation est même pour le groupe électoral 4. Et un siège pour l'expert est vacant pour le groupe électoral 5B. Le comité est aussi invité à renommer les 9 membres élus les années précédentes. Des candidats ont été proposés par des États partis par l'intermédiaire du président de chaque groupe électoral. Selon la décision 9 comme 11, les États sont encouragés à veiller à ce qu'au moins 2 candidatures soient envoyées par le président du groupe électoral et conformément au paragraphe 28 des directives opérationnelles, 3 candidats maximum peuvent être proposés. En ce qui concerne les candidatures reçues par groupe électoral, nous avons une ONG pour le groupe 3. Pour ce groupe, le nombre de candidats correspond au nombre de sièges à pourvoir, c'est-à-dire que l'ONG Éliguée Fondation sera déclarée élue sans vote. Nous avons 3 ONG pour le groupe 4 et pour le groupe 5B, 2 experts ont candidaté. Je tiens à attirer votre attention au fait que la candidature de l'experte égyptienne a été retirée sur demande de l'Égypte. Et finalement, vous pouvez trouver à l'annexe 2 du document 18 la liste des candidats, les sites intranet, les demandes d'accréditation des ONG et les CV des experts. Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Je vous remercie beaucoup, Madame Fumiko. Dear members of the committee, I propose that we proceed in the order in which the Secretary introduced our work, by looking first at the terms of reference and then proceeding to the appointment of the 3 new members of the evaluation body. I'd like to remind you that we adopted in 2015 amendments to our rules of procedure to include provisions governing voting by secret ballot, notably to Rule 39. With reference to Section B of Rule 39, we will therefore proceed with a vote by secret ballot to choose the 2 of the 3 new members of the evaluation body. May I suggest that we first proceed to adopt the terms of reference as shown on the screen. I'm wondering, Heather, are there any amendments or questions? So we will proceed para by para. Para 1. No amendment, no objections. Adopted. Para 2. I think no objection. Adopted. Para 3. Private meetings. Adopted. Para 4. Seeing no objection, Para 4A, B, C, D, and E is a recommendation to the committee. Inscribe, select, approve. So can I take it that our committee members decide to adopt Para 4 as a whole? Seeing no objections, Para 4 as a whole adopted. Para 5 shall provide the committee with an overview of all files and the report of its evaluation. I think there will be no comment, no objections. Para 5 adopted. Para 6. I see no objections. Para 6 adopted. So can I take it that our committee members have decided to adopt the Annex 1 as a whole in its original form without any proposed amendments? Is so decided. So we just adopted terms of reference in their entirety. So, Madam Secretary, can you now explain to us the procedure of voting by secret ballot?
Avec plaisir, Monsieur le Président. Le secrétariat va distribuer à tous les membres du comité 2 bulletins, un pour chaque siège vacant, et une enveloppe. Chaque membre du comité doit faire un choix pour chacun des 2 sièges vacants et non pas uniquement pour le siège vacant de son groupe électoral. Le candidat ayant reçu le plus grand nombre de votes sera élu. Sur chaque bulletin, les noms de tous les candidats pour chaque siège sont inscrits. Sur le barcode, please. Vous êtes invités à entrer les noms des candidats pour lesquels vous souhaitez voter. Et je demande à mes collègues, oui, merci beaucoup, tel qu'indiqué sur les écrans. Merci de plier les bulletins, les mettre dans l'enveloppe qui vous a été remise et la sceller. S'il vous plaît, n'écrivez rien sur l'enveloppe. L'absence de bulletin dans l'enveloppe est considérée comme une abstention. Les bulletins sur lesquels plus de noms que des sièges vacants ont été enterrés sont considérés nuls. Les bulletins qui ne contiennent aucune indication quant à l'intention du votant sont également considérés comme nuls. Après une pause de 5 minutes, nous allons procéder à un appel nominal des membres du comité pour qu'ils puissent déposer leur enveloppe dans l'urne qui est prêt pour vous juste devant le podium. Merci, Monsieur le Président.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Are there any questions about this process? No. Have you chosen our tellers? Not yet? To start, we need 2 volunteers who are willing to assume the role of tellers for the elections. Are there any volunteers among the members of the committee? Okay, Cote d'Ivoire. Okay, thank you, India. So Cote d'Ivoire and India, thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you. Can I invite the distinguished representative of Cote d'Ivoire and India to join us on the podium?
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. Could you just cut the mic?
Please, your distinguished representative of India, if you come over to the podium, I see none of your colleagues will take a seat. How shall we do? No problem for. Okay, there will be no problem. So, Secretary recommended me that it's not possible. So, would you please look for somebody else to take a seat? If that's the case, we'd better look for another teller. Austria. How about Austria? Austria?
Yes, Ms. Detschmann is coming.
Okay, thank you so much. So, the committee has chosen distinguished representative from Cote d'Ivoire and Austria as tellers. And did all members of the committee receive their ballots and envelopes? I hope so. Very well. You have 5 minutes to circle the names of the candidates for whom you wish to vote before the call to deposit the ballots. You have 5 minutes. And during the bureau meeting, I'll we're waiting for our committee members to circle to finish the ballot. This morning's bureau meeting, the Indian delegation kindly requested to screen the video in relation to the inscription of yesterday. Now, India, are you ready to show the video? Okay.
O Mother Ganga, those who bathe in your waters do not have to take birth again. You are held in the highest esteem. You destroy your devotees' sins and save them from hell.
Om Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvana Kamale Bhagirathi Sukhadayini Matah Tava Jala Mahima Nigame Khyatah.
Kumbh Mela, the festival of the sacred pitcha, is the world's largest peaceful congregation of pilgrims, where people bathe and take a dip in a sacred river. It is held every third year at one of the 4 places by rotation: Haridwar, Allahabad, Nasik and Ujjain. The Ardha Kumbha or the half Kumbha is held.
Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations to India for its inscription of Indian nomination file. I think our committee members have finished, even though I gave 3 minutes, so just to save time, if everything is ready, I invite Madame Fumiko to conduct the roll call so as to collect the ballot of each delegation. The call will be in the French alphabetical order of member states of the committee. To save time, you can approach the podium in advance. To help in doing so, you will have the list on the screens with the state code and the ones immediately following it. Madam Secretary.
Merci beaucoup. L'Afghanistan. À voter. L'Algérie. L'Arménie. À voter. L'Autriche. À voter. La Bulgarie. À voter. Chypre. Chypre. À voter. La Colombie. À voter. Le Congo. À voter. la Côte d'Ivoire. A voté Cuba. L'Éthiopie. A voté le Guatemala. A voté la Hongrie. A voté l'Inde. A voté le Liban. A voté Maurice. A voté la Mongolie. A voté la Palestine. A voté les Philippines. A voté la République de Corée. A voté Santa Lucie. A voté le Sénégal. A voté la Turquie. A voté la Zambie. A voté, et j'appelle pour la deuxième fois les deux pays qui n'ont pas encore voté. L'Algérie. A voté. Je crois que nous avons terminé, Monsieur le Président. Merci. Ah, pardon, je n'ai pas encore appelé le deuxième pays. Cuba. Et absent. Merci, le Président.
So we have collected all the envelopes. While the votes are being counted,